Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about for sale by owners. As an appraiser, I'm often involved in transactions where the home seller was a for sale by owner. But there is one mistake that I see. It's just it's a huge mistake that I see that all for sale by owners make. When I tell you the mistake, it's gonna be kind of obvious, but I want to tell you why. Not from my own personal experience, but just from, some other sources that I found. But I'm gonna tell you about it right now. That one mistake is simply being a for sale by owner. In other words, they really should have hired an agent. What I find most of the time is, as an appraiser, I might be working on a report and I find that I'm looking at this house and I'm thinking that the contract price is much lower than the value of the home. And then once I dig into it, I realize that actually the home seller and the home buyer, the home seller was a for sale by owner. Now, I'm not talking about that scenario where, you had like a homeowner who had a tenant and they decided to sell the house to their tenant. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the situation where there was a home seller who decided they wanted to try to save money on commissions. So most of the time, I usually see a pretty significant discount, I guess you could say. In fact, actually, I experienced this myself. My wife and I, we bought our home in 2020. That was the peak selling market in recent history. And for sellers, home sellers were getting top dollar. But we found a person who was trying to sell his house. It was taking several months. It had been on the market. By the time we met him, he had already reduced the price a little bit. And by the time we negotiated the price, we got it under contract and we closed. And I told my wife, I said, he probably should have sold this house for about $90,000 more in the current condition than what he sold it to us for. Now, that's a big dollar amount, okay? But that's just my example. But I see it over and over and over where I see home sellers who call themselves trying to save money by not paying the agent commission, but they end up losing a lot more money. In fact, the national average statistically is that people that sell their home for sale by owner sell their houses usually about 26% less than someone that hired an agent. So they are giving away 20% in order to save 6%. They should have just hired an agent, paid 6% to the agent, let the agent deal with negotiating the contracts, negotiating the showings, negotiating all of that stuff, man. But all the paperwork, title work, lending. I think the for sale by owners often think that by saving, they can, they're saving the agent commission. I get it. But what happens is that the buyers automatically see a for sale by owner sign and they think discount. So you have a buyer that approaches a homeowner and they figure out if they can make an offer, and they usually make a lowball offer to this seller. Okay. Now the other problem is that the seller often they have no idea whether or not this buyer is qualified to buy their home. So you may have a random person, you don't even know their financial background, you have no information, and they're trying to negotiate whether or not this person qualifies. So this leads to the second issue. Often for sale by owners they waste time trying to get under contract with buyers who aren't qualified. They put the house back on the market. They try to find another buyer. They're wasting time trying to show their house. They have to coordinate all of that. They have to get their own lock boxes. They also are worried about, they have to be concerned with the security of the buyers, people that are coming through their homes. They're not vetted by other real estate professionals. They're just random folks that are coming into their home. So there's a lot of issues that are involved in this. So again, the biggest mistake that for sale by owners make is not hiring an agent. I hope that if you are in a situation where you're considering whether or not to hire an agent, or you think you could sell it on your own, again, if you have like a renter or a family member that wants to buy that house, go for it. You can do it, and I think that's a different scenario. But if you don't have someone in hand, it's gonna save you. You're actually gonna make more money by hiring an agent. Let them walk you through this process. Go out there, get referrals for top agents in your market area. Interview a bunch of them and make sure they have a solid marketing plan for you, and get the most money that you can for your real estate. Real estate is, that's all I got to say. Okay. So I hope this helps you. In the meantime, please subscribe to my channel. I'm a real estate appraiser. I see real estate from a different angle, from a different perspective. And I just love sharing that information with people that visit and hang out with me. So hit the subscribe button and stay in touch with me. And I just want to keep helping you out. Have a good day.